T3 audience. This is Kuhilika Roy Chaudhary from Travel Trends Today, extending a very warm welcome to all of you as we bring to you another information-driven and thought-provoking journey with the one and only T3 podcast series, Bolder Voices, Better Insights, that brings to light the corners of the travel, tourism and hospitality sector. For today's interaction, we have a dynamic personality with us who is renowned for supporting and contributing a big share towards Indian tourism and its diverse verticals with a vision and experience. She is a woman who has always believed in rebuilding and redefining the narratives of the travel, tourism and hospitality industry. She is currently the president of Travel Agents Association of India and is also the vice chairperson of Federation of Association in Tourism and Hospitality, as well as the chairperson of Tourism and Hospitality Skill Council. So without any further ado, let us all welcome Ms. Jyoti Mayal for the interaction today. Hello, Ms. Mayal.
I thank you so much and namaskar to everyone, whoever is listening to me. And it's such a pleasure to be on this platform to share my views because I think tourism has changed the way it's evolved post-COVID, and that's what we are talking about now. We don't talk about pre-COVID. We've forgotten what pre-COVID was or what COVID time was. We need to move further. Yes, and thank you for introducing me. And please, I love to be a part of this wonderful initiative.
Yeah. Okay, so moving ahead, I think the first thing that the audience would like to know that I think travel agents are considered as the building block of the travel and tourism industry. And I think this is the segment which actually capitalizes on the economy's tourism products. So, Ms. Mayal, what is the current growth scenario of travel agents in India? What is the ground reality? The audience would like to know.
So I think when we talk about travel agents, their growth is always going to be there, and I appreciate that growth because people are resilient, and it's an industry you don't come by choice. You come by choice. You come because you're passionate about it. I mean, that's your first step. You know, why do you talk about tourism? Is because you're passionate about it. It doesn't come with all the workings. I'm sure there are other jobs that can get you much better returns when it comes to the monetary part. But travel agents are always passionate about a few things. They are themselves passionate about travel, they're exploring the world, and they want to actually fulfill their dreams. I have done that. I always believed in fulfilling my travel dreams through my clients, to my customer. So wherever I wanted to travel, build on itineraries, I could easily give it to the travel agents. So saying that, I'm going to also say this, that the tourism has got a huge growth. We've seen that pre-COVID, we were actually like the CAGR was around 12%. And for 2024, there was a huge prediction that it's going to be much, much more. But of course, we got slightly laid back because of COVID, and we are bouncing back with, multiple steps, and we are really rebounding, and we are going to overcome the 2019 numbers also. So travel agents are here to stay. They are always going to be there. There was this huge, we've seen that in our in Travel Agents Association of India, that we are getting new members every day. So when and we see them because they are new faces. It's not that they are the old ones wanting to come back. Some of them who had left during COVID time. And there are a lot of agents actually, when I have come to realize that who had actually left this industry, thinking that they'll not be able to survive, but they've come back. So that makes us feel that travel agents are here to stay. The tourism here is to bounce back and grow more because people are going to travel, and especially post COVID. I've also realized that every customer and everyone wants to travel more. It's not called. I don't like the negative word of saying that it's revenge travel. It is not. It is just that we realized our priorities in life, that we need to mix around, we need to travel, we need to explore the world, we need to see it and not spend time in our four walls and waste our time and life. Life is too short. We realize that our relationships with people are very strong. Our relationship with our families are very strong. So how do we rebuild this back? And that is why people are traveling. And that is what is making us survive. So I think that's the best part about it. And we are going to be the building block of this nation because that's how the economy is going to grow. There are countries who look at tourism, and I think our country is also, though late, but they've started that step. And it's time that we actually become one of the largest inbound, domestic, all sorts of tourism. And there's a huge, connect where tourism is concerned. There are so many verticals that travel agents can adopt. They don't have to be a you know, normal travel agent. They can think out of the box, create more itineraries, do a lot of more things, and we'll speak about it as we grow forward.
So, Ms. Mayal, as you have mentioned about the changing scenario of pre and post COVID, so I think digitalization in tourism industry has been quite also instrumental in providing more visibility to both old and new players through technology. So, how do you think the digital transformation of the industry has helped the travel agents?
So I'll say, we keep talking about digitalization and we talk about OTAs also. I've been hearing that question since years also. Are the OTAs going to kill us? And I always say technology is an enabler. Everything evolving from technology is going to only enable us to deliver better, to do better, and move forward. So we have to adopt it. That's for sure. We can't survive without it. And we learned that during COVID time. If there was no Zoom or there were no virtual platform, I think I would have gone mad. I don't know about you. I'm sure you would have also gone mad. But it's like you would have been disconnected from the entire environment globally. It's not only about your own friends and family, but even globally. And we saw that outreach getting much more. And so that is what I say. Technology is an enabler. The quicker we adapt it, the better we are. So it has huge. It has the benefits undoubtedly, but looking back, there are some challenges with technology because the world has shrunk. It's become closer to you, and there's more competition because now everyone, especially our youth, we are a youth country. So all the children who are coming into this travel and tourism, they are already equipped with that knowledge. So there is going to be a disconnect for the old people, the people who have not been able to change, and the new ones. So I think that's the first thing that comes with it. So the outreach has increased, competition has increased, but the best part is that every industry needs to change. It has to. It's a circle that you come back to. It's a industry that as it is. When we talk about new destinations, we need to talk about the new way you deliver also. So you have to think out of the box, use the technology to your to your benefit, and say how you can adapt it. Because a traveler which comes in today to meet you has already got a lot of information. So he's already Googled it because he's also tech savvy now. So he also knows how to go about. And I've seen even people in the late 80s who had never thought, they would ever get onto any Google or any website or anything. During COVID, they started using it because there's no harm in it. And that's how they kept young and kept alive. And, now, so every person who's traveling has much more knowledge or much more inputs on a destination than we do sometimes. So you are actually working for a very knowledgeable person. Firstly, secondly, the itineraries he can choose, he can look at destinations. So he's equipped with much more everything. So we need to move beyond that. So how do we adapt to move beyond that and utilize our knowledge, our strength, our passion to deliver the best? Is something that we'll have to learn, and we need to. We know that around 20 to 30% jobs are going to go away because of technology. And we are seeing that currently also. It's happening all over the world. But that doesn't mean that there's not going to be a future. Because things will come back with better effects, with better knowledge. So those 20, they are going to be displaced, but it has a reason for growth. And that is how you will grow and you will, move forward where technology is concerned. So technology needs to be used to your benefit, and I think that's what it is all about. And today I can sit here and I can get skilled sitting at home on different destinations. That's another aspect. We did that during COVID time. We actually kept the skilling on for our members. We had so many MOUs done during COVID time so that they could become specialists for different countries, different cities. And it's such a widespread thing. And, it's actually helping them. And there are a lot of aspects of tourism. So it could be medical, it could be rural, it could be, so many aspects, adventure. So this is a learning time for everyone.
Incredible. Thank you so much for your positive and power boosting statement, I must say. But amidst all these positives, considering the enormous growth potential that India has, Ms. Mayal, what are your views on the gaps or the untapped areas of India's tourism potential and the required strategy ahead?
There's no country in the world who has such beautiful seasons, the weather,
Yes.
the huge land bank, and we can build so much on it. And I've said this earlier, and I have said this very loudly, that there was a huge opportunity for India to become the largest hub in the world. Which our neighboring countries took it forward. People started. We could have been a transit point connecting between the east and the west. It could be a layover per traveler, or it could be a long period or a long stay traveler. But we missed that opportunity because we were very good. We talk about Air India today reviving. Air India was a Maharaja airline. We have seen those era. We could have been one of the best carriers to bring in and expand that way. I understand that our country has a lot of different issues to be looking into. We have a lot of other issues which we need to take over as society. But this could have gone parallelly, because this could have built up the economy of the country and made it a country what we are trying to be today. Like something which has already moved on, and we need to now start moving forward. And I think the government now is working very seriously about it, and they talk about it. And I hear the Honorable Prime Minister speak every day about tourism. We've had interaction with him after during the budget time, and we see that every time he talks about tourism, and he wants it to build it up. But so I would say India can do it all. And this is the time that we should not lose this opportunity. And I kept saying during COVID time also, when we were still under a lockdown, and I kept saying that, as we are going to be building back everything from a scratch, let's not lose this opportunity again. Because right now, the whole world is on one platform. There is no one doing better, because during COVID, we saw that. And countries who are doing much better initially are struggling to survive today. Yes. So it's a huge opportunity for India to encash it and move forward to build this up. It really does. Because when it gets entangled in government policies itself, and forget what they are going to be delivering to the people, the way it moves is too slow for and we're missing out on that real important time.
That is incredible to learn from you, Ms. Mayal. But then, considering your statement and also how the G20 presidency in India is trying to uplift the tourism potential, as well as the existing and new policies levied, how do you see the Indian government prioritizing travel agents in particular?
See, the government also knows that they can't do away with travel agents. They need to be part and parcel of it. They were able to, I'll give you a small example. In COVID time, they did Dekho Apna Desh, which was a beautiful turnaround. And I think the ministry did it was a wonderful initiative. Because we needed to actually live those points sitting at our own places, wherever we are, explore the world and feel that we are connected to it. So it's time that the government realizes this, and they have realized it, that we have to partner with them. We need to take this forward to skill the travel agents. And as a president, I've been really pushing this, that can you make India specialists? It's time for us to make India specialists. So I think all this will need to do a lot, like marketing. We are really lagging in marketing. We are not being able to build that up. Also, I said that all the states all this time have been dependent on the center. They have their budgets. Why can't they outreach? Why can't they do road shows? Why can't they create specialists? Because India is a huge country. So you need to work more and more effectively. So why can't Gujarat or Maharashtra or whichever state, we have states which can have budgets and skill the travel agents there to create better specialists. And specialists, I mean real specialists. I just do a course and I say I know the city, I know the state. It's not that. You need to teach them what the USP of the state is. You need to tell the travel agent that this is what you need to portray. And this is how you should portray it. So how do we take this forward? How do we skill people more? How do you tell everyone who wants to be in this business to be a part of MOT, so that they can get benefits and they can be the extension of helping hand between the ministry and the customer in the end. So I think there are a lot of things we need to work on, and that's what I said, that there is so much happening. But I think somehow I sometimes feel that we are really still losing the crux of the entire. and the importance of what we should be doing. So I think there should be priority based, and of course, I think Ministry of Tourism needs to have more people there. It has very limited people. They need to have a very larger ministry, because tourism is not something a few people can handle. It's got so many of avenues. So we are working very closely with the government today. They listen to us. We are part of everything that they are doing. Could be Bureau of Indian Standards, where we are creating standards for different avenues. Could be medical, could be adventure, could be MICE, could be wellness. So we are creating those things with them. But it should not stay in the files and on document. It has to move forward. It has to be given to private players to say, take it forward. We are giving you a vision. We are giving you support. We are not giving you cash. We are giving you marketing aids. Do it, but deliver and make it driven by numbers. We'll see your numbers at the end of 6 months. If you're progressing, we give you more. If not, okay, we actually ask you to move away. So I think that's how the government should be working.
Incredible, Ms. Mayal. You have spoken about the untapped areas, the crisis that the industry is facing, and you also mentioned about the role of TAAI. So, I think the audience is quite excited to know what are some of the biggest challenges that travel agents face, which are operating within domestic and beyond, and also on the other side, what are the activities lined up for TAAI? How is TAAI contributing to Indian tourism?
That's a real tough question. So I think the main thing, which I'm going to say that, is the operational challenge for all the travel agents. So there is a huge disconnect between the old travel agents, new thought processes, and a change which needs to occur. And I said that earlier, we need to adapt to all of those very quickly. Because if we don't, we are the ones who are missing the bus. Ways of doing business have changed. We were like financiers to a lot of customers, to a lot of corporates. We are actually telling our members, move away from that, that aspect. We are not here to finance people. Then they can go to the financiers, they can go to banks. But if we are here to build dreams, we are here to build and deliver dreams and experience destinations. We need to give them the best where the deliverables are concerned, and that is most important. We can't cut corners. We can't cut corners. If I have to fulfill a dream for someone else, it has to be absolutely, you have to be perfect to do that. And I think that's what tourism is all about, that when I travel, it should be delivered in such a way that I come back with a wow experience. I come back with a satisfied experience. I come back with saying that, I can go back to work. I'm so motivated right now. And then again, when I need a break, I'll go. So, and it's building family life. It's building you're having team building exercises with your teams if you're traveling for conference. I think the major thing is operational things which the travel agents have to adopt. There is a lot of complexities which have come into this business. Like I said, the outreach of everyone is quicker. So there's the customer loyalty is changing. If the customer is no longer loyal to you, because those were the old days where people were very loyal to you. I've dealt with companies for last 40 years, but now I see that withering away, because you see customer loyalty is not there. He's going to go wherever he's going to get the best, and that's the youth, that's the millennials we are talking about, or the Gen Z or whatever the next is going to be. And because we are a youth country and we are adapting ourselves quickly to the young, we see the differences in our own house with the young children. So why aren't we expecting that from outside? So I think, and then the price transparency has become a big thing. There's huge transparency in pricing. There is a huge transparency in what your deliverables are. There is a lot of data duplication. There is a lot of technical challenges. So we have to see that all this is imbibed by the travel agent. And those challenges have to be overcome. It's a new day every day. You need to learn, you need to adapt, and you need to move. And that is what I think we need to do quickly, because people have more choices because of Google. There's reduced, there's so much of online things happening. There's unrest after COVID. People are wanting immediate deliverables. People they don't even want to get onto a computer now. They want to do everything on a telephone. And if you tell someone that you're going to call back, you've lost that client. So you need to change a lot to deliver all these things. And TAAI is continuously trying to put this into our members. We are trying to say that, that we need to bring in these changes. We are here to help you. And I say this, that instead of we can come out with a technology platform to enable our members, so that if they don't have the investment to do, they think it's a challenge, we can handhold them. and we can get them to, talk to, the technology companies and move forward. We're also trying to skill them a lot, which we'll continue to do that. We've tied up with so many countries and we're doing road shows with them. Of course, we travel everywhere to give them those benefits. So we go outside India, we do it in India. So we keep trying to look at new destinations or new states which are wanting travel agents to work more. So we do that, and of course, we are the face for them to the government. So anything what they tell us, we take it to the government. We see how important it is to go move forward, and we are the connect between the government. So we talk to MOCA, Health, Home Ministry, MEA. We are always in the move. We had visa challenges. We've approached all embassies. We've approached MEA. So those are the day-to-day challenges which also keep coming that we need to look into, and we are always in the continuous process. We also take out a magazine Namaste so that we could put everything together, what people are wanting about destinations, about skilling, about stakeholders. So there is a huge connect, and we are trying to do much more where technology is concerned and bring in better working environment for them and better processes for them, and also better connect them with the right stakeholders, because we saw that in COVID time that a lot of them had a lot of defaults from people who couldn't refund them money. I mean, that's one thing which I think TAAI did very aggressively, that we got each and everyone a refund from the airline. There was huge blockage of money and with the airlines, and we saw to it that every member got it. So this is the benefit that you get when you are associated with the right association.
Brilliantly answered, Ms. Mayal. I think I am still not over with that statement that nowadays every one of us are OTAs, trying to promote tourism and selling with the new digital world. But considering your statement and also the drastic changes that have taken place pre and post COVID, what are the changes in the travel agent's mindset, according to you, Ms. Mayal, have occurred in terms of selling outbound tour packages? What are the changes you've seen?
So there are a lot of changes coming as per individuals. See, one thing is that the groups have become the people are wanting to travel in smaller groups, not very large, because again that we see that COVID is coming, so people start wearing masks, of course, which you should be, but they get reluctant. So the person is still trying to gauge what is in the environment. He's not confident. He wants to travel for sure. He doesn't want to sit back home. He also wants to, there's peer pressure, because if my friends and family are traveling and I'm not traveling, I look like a fool, or there are other ways me down. So I think I want to be there. But and then it's becoming like a work. It's work. Now I say it's work leisure. It's not leisure, because people want to travel and they want to work from the same destination. And hybrid and COVID has taught us how to do that. So we are doing that. Companies are allowing that. So there's a lot of that thing. And another mindset which is always there is like the technology is playing a very big role. And I was reading on Skift the other day that they've named it GOAT, which is the greatest of all trips. So people are posting those, and that's how the people are traveling. So that's why I'm saying technology is enabling the traveler to change his thought processes. So of course, there's a lot of pent-up demand. That is what the traveler is looking at. There is also, they want trip tracking, what you call, which they want free and flexible, they want no cancellation policies. So travelers looking at the least cancellation policy ticket or the package they'll want to buy, because we don't know what tomorrow is. And everyone doesn't have money to just waste or splurge or block. So, everyone has their own limited resources. So they need to move that way. So that's another thought process which comes into a lot of customers. And the last thing which I would say is that, of course, one is the ease of business. That's another part which I've said it earlier. So just quickly say it. People are still wanting to book and look, everything on their phones now, because they have smartphones. They don't want to, when they are stuck at midnight somewhere, they don't want to be calling the travel agent, have the even online travel agent, because they're also working offline. So they don't want, someone doesn't connect with them. So they want everything being tracked on their mobiles, and it is happening. You can track a client of yours sitting at home today, where he is, what he is doing. If he has any challenges, you can put it on the telephone. You know what challenges he has. He doesn't have to speak to you. So all these things need to be built up, and the traveler is looking into it. If he can afford it, he will look into that. So the traveler who is already a mature traveler or experienced traveler has moved up. A traveler who has not reached that state of course, will travel, and he will travel domestically first, which is beautiful because that's what we are looking at with the increased, outreach. I think that's beautiful. So that's the main thing. I think that's they are looking at. Of course, they are still cost conscious, though.
Simply wonderful, Miss Mayal. I really can't thank you enough for sparing your time and bringing such a detailed perspective of the industry right at the forefront of the T3 audience. Any message that you'd like to convey to our audience or the industry in particular?
Yes. The main thing which I would like to first tell the government, then they need to work more closely with us. And I don't say us as TAAI, I say as us as an industry, because here I'm talking about as an industry. I think there needs to be a better connect. Like I said, we need to bring in private partnerships to deliver and let everyone get that opportunity. Let's not close our eyes to opportunities that are coming to us. Let us not get into favoritism also, and let us not go beyond our own, scope of work. And the other thing which I keep saying is that, India should also have a compulsory policy of insurance when applying for a visa from outbound. A lot of the countries have, we still haven't, actually, we're not emphasizing so much on it. So we need to say that you cannot travel to India without an insurance. So that's a comfort level for the government and the travel agent. Because when they come to us and something happens to them, we bear the cost if they are not insured. Though people have become smart, but if it's a compulsion like we do for other countries, they will automatically come back with an insurance. And thirdly, I think they need to do a lot of marketing to say that we have inbound. And our Honorable Prime Minister and we heard our Finance Minister also say the same, that we are looking at domestic tourism. So I think these are things which the government needs to look at, and we are always there to support.
Thank you so much for your power-packed and motivational, message that you wanted to convey to the government as well as the audience. It is always indeed a pleasure for me as well as the audience to have your presence. And I can't thank you enough for letting us explore the nook and corners of the industry with you. Carrying forward the infectious positivity brought by you always, Miss Mayal, and also thanking the lovely audience joining the session today. This is Kuhilika Roy Chaudhary signing off as we promise to get back with another detailed session with another voice and another insightful conversation. Stay tuned for more. Thank you so much.